everybody, and welcome inside Nickerson Hall, a men's basketball matchup between the Indianapolis Greyhounds and the Judson Eagles. Jace Hodge and Leticia Vaselli alongside me today. Graham Shear on hand. Down on the sidelines with us, Giselle Valentine and Sydney Smith. We'll check in with them in a minute. But first, guys, a great matchup today. What are you guys expecting from both teams?
So UINDY is currently at 8-2 overall and 3-2 in their conference play. They are known to have a fast and really quick, aggressive start to every game, and that's exactly what I'm expecting from today. The two losses they took to GLVC play teams, Rockhurst and Quincy, did hurt them a little bit, so I'm hoping that today they can play exactly as I just mentioned, aggressive and fast.
Yeah, and then as for the Eagles, they've allowed around 81 points per game so far this year, so look for them to put an emphasis on that defense and get out and try to stop UINDY early on.
Thanks, guys. Now let's go down on the sidelines with Giselle and Sydney. Guys, what do you have?
Yeah, guys, it's the inaugural battle between both these teams. The Judson's Eagles, a team that quite doesn't make a lot of noise, as they had their fair struggles with a 4-8 record so far. So, Sydney, what can you expect here today?
Well, you already know that I'm hoping for a Greyhound victory as a Greyhound fan myself. I do know that the Eagles are going to have a little bit of a battle tonight. They just came off their first loss last week, and they do have a comparable record to the UINDY Greyhounds. However, they do have the advantage of having a little bit of a crowd here to support them tonight, as the UINDY Greyhounds fans tonight have a lot of finals that they're probably studying for.
She is correct. It is finals week here at UINDY. The Greyhounds, however, currently top the GLVC when it comes to scoring defense, only allowing 59 points per game. So it's going to be a really interesting matchup here. Now throwing it back to you guys up top.
Now let's check out the starting lineups. And the Greyhounds being announced right now, but for Judson, we will start with them. Number 1, Brighton Byzantine. So he is a 6'8 senior, 205 pounds, down from Florida. He's going to man the middle tonight. Jarvis Wiggins, a 5'11 guard, a junior out of Marshall, Illinois, Olive Harvey College. Interius Ryan, a 5'11 junior guard, 185 pounds, down from Memphis, Tennessee, Young Harris College, his previous school. And a sophomore from Houston, Texas, Jack Keller, the third guard, a 6'3 sophomore. And then the second forward, rather playing center tonight, 6'10 senior Thomas Donati, comes over from Rousset, France, and also spent a couple years at Maricosta College. So those are the starting 5 for the Judson Eagles. Now we'll go to the Greyhounds and check out their starting 5. Kendrick Choa will man the middle, number 1 tonight, 6'7 junior. Josiah Tynes, one of the guards, 6'3 junior. Santa Fe College, a year there. Jesse Bingham, a 6'6 redshirt sophomore, graduate of Warren Central. And then a transfer over from Lewis University last year with the Flyers, Bruno Williams, all GLVC second team last year, a 6'4 forward, a senior now with the Greyhounds. He will be getting one of his first starts of the year. Just got inserted into the lineup in the past week or so. He will be the second forward tonight. And the third forward, Jacoby Robinson, a 6'7 senior, a teammate of Jesse Bingham's at Warren Central, comes over from McKendree. And those are the starting 5 for the Indianapolis Greyhounds. You see Kendrick Choa in the middle. He'll jump it up there with him, Donati. They'll smack hands, and the ball's going to go up. Greyhounds have started 8-2 on the year. Extremely impressive start for the Greyhounds, the best in Paul Corsaro's tenure with UINDY, but Judson wins the tip. Important for them to get off to a hot start here. Ryan has it. Donati working on Choa there. Awesome pass. Wiggins lays it in. First bucket of the day. Beautiful find there by Thomas Donati.
That's the perfect way there for Judson to start out. Get a little cut there off the pick and roll. Easy bucket.
Now a near steal. It is stolen, and now it's stolen back. Bodies on the floor, and it looks like Williams will come away with it. Finds the open man. Bingham can't hit it. And it'll trickle out of bounds. Knocked out by Robinson. It will be Eagle ball.
And you can see already early on, the Eagles are bringing the energy. They're here to play.
And Indianapolis trying to kind of match that energy with the full court press here, but They break it pretty easily. Interius Ryan brings it up for the Eagles. Judson's coached by Bruce Fields as Ryan tries a three, and he makes that one. 5-0 start here out of the gate. Now Bingham. He'll try and get the first bucket. He'll dump it off, and Choa can't finish. Rebound to Keller. Now a steal. Can he save it? It was Williams, and they do save it. Robinson now with it. Robinson will tee up a three, and it's just off. Back up, can't get that one to fall. Greyhounds are cold here to start. Robinson comes down with it, and his shot's no good. Again, an offensive board, though, and Bingham looks like they'll reset Josiah Tynes. Greyhounds have been a little sloppy here to start the game off.
Yeah, but you can see early they're getting those rebounds. That's what they do the best, they get the rebounds.
Yeah, and we were expecting them to be fast and aggressive, and I guess they're trying to.
And Williams gets the first bucket of the day for Indianapolis, a little 18-foot elbow jumper. And the Greyhounds are finally on the board almost 2 minutes in. Donati down low, hook shot is no good. Long rebound taken by Indianapolis. They're running in transition. Robinson will tee up a three, and he knocks that one down to tie it up at 5.
And Robinson shoots those threes early and often. He has the whole season. If he gets open look, he's teeing it up.
Wiggins has it for Judson. Three ball by Bisson is short, but Donati there, and his shot is a little bit strong. Rebound to Robinson. Choa, he's huge when he gets on the block, and he's there. An offensive board, a second chance points, and that'll draw a timeout. Bruce Fields will call a little timeout here and talk things over with his guys. A hot start for Indianapolis as they fell behind early, 5-0 out of the gate, but with the help of Jacoby Robinson, they take the lead now, their first lead as they go up 7-5.
Yeah, Jacoby Robinson was the GLVC freshman team at McKendree in 2020, and he's a great asset to this team throughout the games that he played. This year, he was a GOAT for the three-pointers as well.
And also early on, you've seen a lot of Bruno Williams. Like you mentioned earlier, he's a transfer over from Lewis University, where he was all GLVC second team last year at Lewis.
It'll be Judson ball, and Aaron Etherington checks in also. Ben Nickerson and Julian Steinfeld join Jesse Bingham and Bruno Williams out there on the court for Indianapolis. Wiggins has it, nearly stolen, now it is stolen. Ben Nickerson comes up with it. Steinfeld in transition, what a block! Ryan, and it's out on Julian Steinfeld. It'll be Eagle ball.
That's a good recovery there by Judson to get back on the defensive end and get that ball back.
They draw up that full-court press to Indianapolis, and now Keller has it for Judson. Picked up his dribble, and he stepped on the baseline. That's going to be a turnover for Judson.
First appearance by Steinfeld here on the court, and he already tried to do his traditional dunk, but I'm really glad to be able to see him play again. This is the first game that I'm seeing him play since I started calling these.
Etherington, one of the deadliest three-point shooters the Greyhounds have to offer. They go down low, and hard fall by Steinfeld. That's another turnover on Indianapolis. And now another substitution. Kendrick Choa will come back into the game, and he will replace Steinfeld. So just under a minute of play for Julian Steinfeld, and he'll check out. Ryan will bring it up for the Eagles. Same 5 on the floor, the starting 5. Wiggins, now right wing. Keller picked up his dribble, and he got it stolen again. Nickerson there to take away his second steal already of the day, and the Greyhounds control up 2. Open 3, Etherington can't find it. Down low, Choa back up and in, plus a foul.
And you can see Choa is just a force down in the paint. Anyone guarding him, even though he is 3 inches smaller, than Donati in there. You can tell he's just a force in the paint.
9-5 early lead for Indianapolis. Just 4 minutes, 5 seconds in. Now, before we go to break, let's go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin and Sydney Smith. Guys, what do you have for us down there?
The Judson Eagles kind of proving the haters wrong as they started early 2 minutes in this game on a 5-0 scoring run. But all of a sudden, the Greyhounds kind of stopping the bleeding thanks to players like Kendrick Choa and Jacoby Robinson, as they've been pretty much an offensive threat for here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think another important thing to note here in this half is not only the competition here on the scoreboard, but the competition here on the sidelines. The players are getting in a little bit of a screaming match cheering for their team, so it's super fun to see that kind of high energy here.
We will return after this break. You're watching Greyhound basketball here on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
A 4-point early lead for Indianapolis. Just 4 minutes into the game, and now we'll stop and shoot free throws. Kendrick Choa fouled before that. Under 16 media timeout. Choa 56%er from the line, and he completes the three-point play. Choa has just been awesome so far to start this year. He just posted his 11th career double-double in the last game.
Yeah, Choa constantly a fourth down in the paint. You'll see him playing most of the game down there in the paint up against anybody. They could be 7 foot. It doesn't really matter. Turcosara will put Choa in there.
He's about 3 inches shorter than Thomas Donati, but with the weight and the muscle that Kendrick Choa has to offer, he really can compete with anybody down there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why he ranks 36th all-time in rebounds.
The Eagles have it. Wiggins, he'll come across the lane and kick it back out. Eagles been slow to get into their offense here. Just 5 on the shot clock. Down low, Donati, he'll throw it down.
And that was a good find there. It was the one player that was really open.
And now a turnover. Ryan comes away with it. It's a 3-on-1, and Keller can't finish, but a foul.
And you can see, Judson is not scared. They are NAIA
Absolutely
school,
not.
but they are not scared of UINDY one bit. They're here with the energy. They're attacking early.
Yeah, they're trying to pick up the pace of this game and hopefully getting a higher score than UINDY getting a lead in this first half.
Keller at the line. He shoots 40% from there, and he misses his first. But Judson comes in 4-8. They're 3-3 in their conference. They're coached by Bruce Fields, who is in his third year with Judson. Just led them to their best season in a decade last year. They finished 15-17, guys.
And also came with an appearance in the NAIA regionals. They ended up in a loss, though, but still a fairly good season for the Eagles last year.
Keller misses both free throws. Bingham to the bucket. What a finish by Jesse Bingham. How about that?
And there's a reason he was GLVC All-Second Team last year.
Has some serious lift, the redshirt sophomore. And Wiggins answers with a 3.
And Wiggins is their scorer. He posted 30 points earlier this year. He's averaging almost 16 on the year.
Their leading scorer so far on the year is Wiggins. Choa down low, blew it, got his own rebound, and now Keller comes away, a steal for Judson.
And you won't often see Choa miss those easy layups like that.
Darian Davis checks in at the last dead ball. He's in the near corner now and lost it. Bissett lost it out of bounds. A turnover for Judson. It'll be Indianapolis ball, and Etherington will check out. David Ejow will get his first action of the game. he'll inbound for Indianapolis.
And you can see UIndy's also matching that energy of Judson, trying to go back at them with the same thing that Judson's bringing to them.
I mean, this is a great experience for Judson, playing such a great team and strong team. It's a great experience for all the athletes.
Ija can hit a shot, put one up as soon as he enters the game, but cannot get that one to fall. Ija, a pretty good three-point shooter. Definitely respectable from out there, 30% on the year. Bissaint down low, and now they'll kick it back out. Just 14 on the shot clock for Judson, and a travel. Ryan just walked with it. Another turnover for the Eagles, Greyhound ball.
And turnovers is a stat that UIndy has really had the plus side on this year. They've only committed 10 of them a game, and that ranks 10th in Division II.
Jesse Bingham, leading scorer for Indianapolis on the year. He's got it up top. He'll go to the rack, and he got a shot to fall off the glass, high off the window. Bingham, pretty finish. Ryan shaking defenders. Now he's triple teamed. He'll kick it back out. Teeing up a three. Bissaint can't get it to fall. A little bit short there. Outlet pass to Bingham. It's a 2-on-1, and Bingham can't finish, but a foul.
It's turning into the Bingham show now. You got that dunk. He came right in, and here we go.
He gets off to hot starts, and he just doesn't really look back, does he?
He does not.
Exactly, and Bingham just posted 18 points in the third time in 4 games, and last year he was the highest scorer of points for the Greyhounds. His all-time high of his career is 20 points per game, so maybe we'll still get to see a record of that this season.
Maybe even in this game right here.
Absolutely. One area Bingham does struggle is the free throw line, just 61% on the year. He knocked down his first, and he knocks down his second. So 2 of 2 from the line to start for Jesse Bingham, and he's got an early 6.
And speaking of the charity stripe, UIndy has a bit of struggles from there this year, about 67% on the year as a team.
And how about that dunk by Jesse Bingham? Just saw the replay a second ago. Jesse Bingham has had a number of those this year, a highlight reel for the redshirt sophomore.
Beautiful throws for sure.
Across the lane goes Darian Davis, and he cannot finish. Greyhounds on the break now. Ija, he'll lay it in with the right hand. Again, a pretty scoop layup there by David Ija.
And Ija likes to attack. He's a transfer over from St. Francis, where he played at there for 2 years. Also an All-American honorable mention last year at St. Francis.
Trey Spires checks in at the last dead ball. Wiggins, he'll turn it over, and Julian Steinfeld back on the floor as well for Indianapolis. Tynes, he'll kick it out. Down low, Steinfeld there to throw it down.
And there's that Steinfeld dunk you're talking about earlier.
Exactly, and as always, he likes to make those ones very dramatic.
Jarvis Walker will try and lock down Trey Spires up the court. Now he's on Wiggins. Next dead ball will be your under 12 media timeout. Spires, open triple, a little bit short there. Rebound to Steinfeld. Tallest player by either side tonight, Steinfeld, the 7-footer coming over from Frankfurt, Germany. He's in his second year with Indianapolis. Now a near turnover, they got it back though, and Ija left alone, can't make him pay with almost an air ball there by Ija.
And that was the right look there, just an unfortunate miss.
Keller picked up his dribble again, seen that a lot tonight so far. Spires kicks it out, and it'll go out of bounds off of Robinson. It will be Judson ball. And we will come back here in just a minute. Actually, let's go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentine and Sydney Smith. Guys, what do you have for us down there?
Back and forth battle here in the first half so far. The Greyhounds really, despite this 10-point lead, Coach Casaro telling his guys to keep fighting and keep maintaining that energy here to finish out the first half.
Giselle, you're totally right. There's a lot of high energy and tension here in this first half. However, the Greyhounds have received a little bit of extra support. Here tonight we can see alumni Corey Miller Jr. and some of the women's Greyhounds basketball team out on the stands. So it's great to see these hounds coming together to watch everything. So be sure to stay tuned for a high energy game here on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Back at Nickerson Hall, and you see a replay here. Ija with the find. A beautiful start by Indianapolis and several dunks to start this game, guys.
Yeah, and UIndy really responded from that early energy from Judson. They really got that 10-point lead opened up now, as expected. Get that big lead from UIndy against the NAIA school.
Yeah, Bingham already starting his show, leading with 6 points.
Leads all scores for both sides. He's still out there on the court. Newly checked in for Judson, Nehemiah Jones, and a shot clock violation. Spires can't get it off in time. The officials wave it off, and another turnover by Judson, already their 8th of the contest. Great defense by Indianapolis. That time down the court, Sean Craig checks in at the last dead ball. He's got it at the top. He's a true freshman coming over from Ohio. He's been hot from downtown to start off this season. Pick and pop there. That is Craig. Now Walker. Tynes left alone, and he makes him pay. Knocks down a 3 ball for Josiah Tynes.
He's also a good shooter, shooting at 41% from downtown this year. You'll see him hit that more often than not.
Walker tips it out of bounds. Great defense by Jarvis Walker. You see, Judson just left him open there, and Tynes has been lethal from downtown to start on the year, 41% from behind the arc.
Tynes was also close to Bingham and joined his career high of 16 points in the last game.
Turnover, Walker lays it in on the other end. Jesse Bingham got his hands on it, and Walker comes away with the bucket. And a 15-point lead now for Indianapolis. They've seemed to kind of take control of this one just 10 minutes in now. And a tie-up on this end. Choa and Sean Craig down low to tee up Jarvis Wiggins. And it will result in Indianapolis ball. The arrow favors the Greyhounds. Arrow will flip directions. The next dead ball, or the next jump ball rather, will favor Judson. But right now, Josiah Tynes will bring it up for UIndy. Pretty good defense by Indianapolis so far to start things off.
Which is exactly what Coach Corsaro talks about a lot in every single one of his interviews, how he wants to focus mostly on his defense.
Trey Spires comes up with the turnover that time for Judson, but he can't finish a foul on this end. Josiah Tynes will get called for the personal. Jarvis Walker ties up Spires, and it will be Judson ball. Ryan, little pull up. He is true on that one.
Yeah, Ryan's all the space there, pulled it up, easy little jumper.
Walker, big body, and he pushes Spires out of the way, and it will be a blocking foul. Spires is going to pick this one up, his first. Greyhounds will take it out here. Down low, they'll try and get it to Choa, and he's fouled on the entry pass down low away from the ball. And Indianapolis will inbound again. Already the 5th team foul for Judson. A couple more, and Indianapolis will shoot free throws. That foul goes on Donati. That's already his 2nd, and he'll have to check out with those 2 fouls.
He's a big loss there. He's the big man there in the middle for Judson. At 6'10", he's huge.
Bingham to the bucket. Can't get it to fall, though. Choa's there. Already his third offensive rebound, and he's hacked. We'll go to the line.
And Choa's just going to keep adding to that rebound list. 36th all time, like you mentioned earlier, Leticia. But he's going to keep moving up that list the way he's going.
Choa already has 5 and 5 on the day, 5 points, 5 rebounds, make it 6 as he knocks that first free throw down. Does Kendrick Choa. He's 2 for 2 from the line to start. And a couple of substitutions. Bruno Williams and Ben Nickerson brought back into the contest for Indianapolis. See Williams there. Walker and Tynes will sit down, and Choa misses that third free throw of the day for him. He's now 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Jones, turnaround, kick out. Ryan walked with it.
And you can see how active that UINDY defense is. And they are top in the GLVC in defense, only allowing 59.8 points per game.
Another minute, and it'll be our under 8 media timeout. UINDY has already more than doubled up Judson, and they keep adding to it. Choa down low, and he's got an early 8 points already, does the big guy.
It was a nice move from Choa to avoid that first defender, get up and get the easy layup.
Judson hasn't had a lot of offense here, and now another near turnover. Wiggins will retrieve it and reset. 13 on the clock. Finds Bissaint. He'll try and drive. Nowhere to go, and another tie-up. Great job again by Indianapolis' defense. Williams and Choa there to lock him up.
Indianapolis' defense has been really, really strong in this game, really not giving them any wiggle room for points. And like you talked about, Jace, their mark also ranks 7th in the NCAA Division II and 3rd among the Midwest region programs.
Spires is 3 on the play clock, and it's stolen away. Bruno Williams rips it out of his hands, and it's UINDY ball. Bingham will control. Williams through the hands of Craig. He'll have to retrieve it. Bingham again into the paint. Shot is up, and it's no good, but again, he got fouled. Slapped across the wrist that time, and it looks like Bingham is going to go to the line, but first he'll go over to the Greyhound huddle, and that will result in our under 8 media timeout. Greyhounds have doubled them up 28-12. Now let's go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin and Sydney Smith.
One of the categories the Greyhounds sure leads in is points off turnovers, as the Greyhounds have 16 compared to Judson's 2 points, and that's thanks to the high-energy defense from the backcourt duo of Jesse Bingham and Kendrick Choa, as they've been putting a lot of pressure on these Eagles.
Speaking of pressure and high energy, Coach Casaro definitely is feeling that pressure and has a little bit of high energy here on the court tonight. We've seen him going a lot back and forth, cheering on his team and yelling at them to keep up their defense, as Giselle just recently talked about. So be sure to stay tuned to see this high defensive game continue here on UINDY TV and on the GLVC Sports Network.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV News.
It's a 28-12 lead for Indianapolis. The Greyhounds have got off to a pretty hot start here, and they have gone on a 28-7 run as Judson got off to an early 5-0 lead, but it's been all UINDY since.
And that's all credit to UINDY's defense. You can see on the defensive end how active they are, constantly up on the bodies of Judson, getting steals, turnovers, and whatnot.
And just to put in contrast, Judson's defense has actually not been as good as UINDY, and they've been slacking off a little bit.
Indianapolis has forced 12 turnovers already on Judson. Just 12 minutes and 3 seconds into the game. It's good for a turnover a minute. We have Jesse Bingham at the line here for Indianapolis, and he is get that 1-2 fall. Jesse Bingham 3 for 3 from the line to start this thing out. How about Jesse Bingham? And now technically his 4th year actually with the Greyhounds as he knocks that one down as well. He's had an awesome start to his career with Indianapolis. His career high 28 points. He scored that last year. His season high this year 20 against Northwood. He's done that a couple times, but he's just been lights out from all over the court. One of the Greyhounds leaders out there.
Yeah, he's one of the main reasons the Greyhounds are sitting at 8-2 currently and looking to win the GLVC Conference Championship.
Yeah, he manages to be the player of every game and the highlights for pretty much everyone. He just plays incredibly, and he has an incredible large amount of skill and talent.
Wiggins got it on one end, Bingham on the other. He's fouled. Shot's no good. Looks like he's going to go to the line, though. That's already now the 8th team foul on Judson. That foul goes on Wiggins. That's already his 2nd. And Keller is going to check back into the ball game. Looks like Jones will sit down for Judson. Wiggins stays on the floor with those 2 fouls, and Bingham, he's going to go to the line.
Can't help but notice something that may come to as a disadvantage to Judson is that their height difference is very noticeable compared to the UINDY Greyhounds, and also I think that gives the Greyhounds an advantage in their defense.
Yeah, a lot of their guards are smaller in there compared to UINDY's guards, about 2 or 3 inches smaller in almost every position.
Bingham can't get his that last free throw to go. He'll stay at 9 points on the day. He's now 5 of 6 from the line. He leads all scorers with those 9 points. Pass Davis, it's picked off. Knocked away by Etherington. Bingham in transition. He'll kick it out. Etherington, an air ball. Steinfeld there. He'll go up and down hard.
And that's hard to guard when 7-footers in there against 6'5" guards. You can't really get the rebound there as a guard.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't even try to guard Steinfeld with his dunks.
Wiggins, he'll dance and he'll pull up on Etherington. Can't get it to fall though. Robinson there. He'll keep it away from Davis and he'll bring it forward for Indianapolis. Don't really see that too often, him bringing it up for the Greyhounds, but it shows that he can do more on the court than just get rebounds. Nickerson, he left that one short. Rebound to Wiggins. Keller. Now Bissainth nearly threw it away, retrieved by Spires. They just penetrate the arc, and Spires can't get it to fall, but a foul. Nickerson intruded the landing area there by Trey Spires. The foul will go on Nickerson, his first, but that's only the 4th Greyhound team foul of the half. Now 14 minutes or so in, and Spires will go to the line for Judson. This is just the 3rd and 4th free throw of the day for Judson, and Spires knocks down his first. Judson looking for some offense here, and they need it pretty fast as they try and cut into this lead down the stretch here of the first half. Spires knocks down both free throws, and he'll cut the lead to 15. Etherington on the block. He got his shot to fall.
A nice touch off the glass. Get that roll there off the glass, banks it right in.
Wiggins will walk it up on Etherington. He got to the lane, but he kicked it back out. Now Spires from the left. Eagles swing it around near corner. Wiggins, nice drive, but he can't get his shot to fall. Steinfeld, another rebound already.
And Wiggins had the right idea there with a shot fake, get into the lane, just missed the shot.
Steinfeld already his 4th board of the game so far. Williams will try a 3. That one's good. 38-16. This is the second to last game of the year for Indianapolis, and the second to last non-conference, non-GLVC matchup. This against the Judson Eagles. They come in 4-8 on the year. Keller can't finish, but the rebound goes down to Davis. They took it out of the hands of Julian Steinfeld. Now Davis will work on Steinfeld and kick it back out. This little floater is well short, an air ball, and the rebound to Steinfeld.
You saw Davis there trying to back down Steinfeld, even though he's 6'4" compared to Steinfeld's 7 foot.
And a turnover. Indianapolis, Wiggins has it, and a block, but a foul. Etherington charged with the personal this time. That one would have been a monster block by Julian Steinfeld, but the contact sends Wiggins to the line for a pair.
I was just going to say, look at that block by Steinfeld. Beautiful, and it takes so little effort. He just got to hop up a little bit and block the balls with ease.
Wiggins, a 59% free throw shooter. He's in his third year with Judson. Is their leading scorer, and as Jace mentioned earlier, 30 points already this year against Indiana Northwest. 30 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, also 3 steals. He did it all over the court that night and tries to give the Eagles a little boost tonight, but still, as he knocks down his first free throw, a chance to cut it to 20 here.
Yeah, he is one of Judson's lead players, and obviously he can't carry the team by himself, so that's why they're not having as much luck tonight.
He goes 2 for 2 from the line on this try. And he does cut the lead to 20, and a walk. Ija shuffled his feet before he put the ball on the court, and it'll be the 8th turnover of the half for Indianapolis.
It's a bit uncharacteristic there. They averaged 10 turnovers a game and already 8 tonight. Definitely going to be a topic in the locker room at halftime.
Jarvis Walker back onto the court for UIndy. Robinson out there with Ija Steinfeld and Sean Craig. Steinfeld guarding Donati. Donati's got it back on the block. Elbow, pardon. Stolen away by Jacoby Robinson. Working one-on-one. He got the shot to fall and the foul. How about that finish by Jacoby Robinson? Pretty play by Indianapolis. You see the replay here. Robinson just ran the floor, got a steal and the finish there. Now let's go down on the sidelines, though, with Giselle Valentine and Sydney Smith.
Coach Casaro really content with his guys so far, as the Greyhounds had such a pretty big lead so far. So we talked about some of the starters. Let's talk about some of the bench players. So how much of an impact have the bench players had so far in this first half?
The bench players definitely have a great impact here towards the end of this half, leading with 8 points over the Eagles bench with 0 points. And we can see bench player Ben Nickerson really stepping up his game, leading the Greyhounds to get more points up on the scoreboard, especially coming to the end of this half, super beneficial to the team.
All right, thank you, Sydney. When we return, first half action concludes. You're watching Greyhound basketball here on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
Just 3:54 remains here in half number 1. And again, we see the replay. Robinson in transition, got the shot to fall. Pretty play by Jacoby Robinson. He'll go to the line here. Chance to put Indianapolis up 23. Just 3:54 remains.
I'll tell you what, coming in, they expected to be up by a lot playing an NAIA school. I mean, the Eagles came out early with the 5-0 lead, but ever since that, UIndy woke up and responded pretty emphatically.
They're currently with a huge lead over Judson, so I'm curious to see what their conversation will be like in the locker room so they can come back a little stronger in the second half.
Robinson completes the three-point play, and he's now got 6 on the day for the junior. Keller, he'll try a long three, a bit too strong. Long rebound taken by Bingham. Outlet pass to Robinson. Robinson thought about a three. Down low, cross-court pass. Bruno Williams can't get the shot to fall. Steinfeld back up and in. The big guy there again for Indianapolis.
And you see how easy it is for him down there? Those smaller guards / forwards against him. He can just go up and grab the rebound without even jumping almost.
It really is, and so little effort. To me, it's just impressive how every time he just puts the ball in the basket with such ease and guarding in the defensively speaking too.
Steinfeld completes the three-point play. He missed a chunk of the season already this year, a handful of games already with an injury he suffered against Lake Erie, just the second game of the season did Steinfeld, but he returned a couple weeks later, and now he is back and better than ever. He's got 7 points and 7 rebounds in just 6 minutes of play.
He's definitely a big impact off the bench, coming in for Choa each time, good on offense and defense.
Donati trying to work on him. He'll have to kick it back out, and Spires kicks in a three. Spires had the answer that time for Judson. Greyhounds still working with a pretty hefty lead here and the ball. 2.5 minutes before the break. Steinfeld, what a finish.
And what can you do to stop it?
Again, you can't stop him.
Wild shot by Jacoby Robinson, but Steinfeld does not care. Already a couple dunks. He'll lock up Donati. He fouled him, though. Donati. Steinfeld does not agree with the call, but I think it was he tried to lock up Donati on one end, but he couldn't get the better of him on both ends.
And the Hounds getting ready to bring a 5-man substitution on here.
All 5 Greyhounds will check out here in just a second as Donati will go to the line for a couple free throws here. And he knocks down his first. Check out this play. What a finish. Highlight reel stuff for Jacoby Steinfeld.
I hope the photographers got pictures of that one.
Steinfeld sits down with his 9 and 8. Also joining him on the bench, a flurry of Greyhounds. Checking in for Indianapolis, Sean Craig, Aaron Etherington, David Ija, Jarvis Walker, and Ben Nickerson likely to close out this first half. Just the final 2 minutes and change here as Donati knocks down that free throw, cuts the lead in half. It's a 23-46, 23-point margin for Indianapolis. Walker to the bucket, can't finish. Wild shot, though, as he got to the glass. Rebound to Keller. Wiggins, and he'll pull it back.
As the Stars sat back on the bench to rest for a little, hopefully this is leave some wiggle room for Judson to score some points.
11 on the shot clock, and Jarvis Walker bails out Jack Keller with a foul, and that likely will send Keller to the line. Greyhounds did not have a foul to give, so it will send Jack Keller to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Keller 40% from the line. You saw Paul Corsaro there for a minute. He's in his third year with Indianapolis. As Keller knocks down the first, he'll have a second free throw ensuing. Paul Corsaro has done an outstanding job this season so far with Indianapolis.
Yes, he has, and just like last year when they were 19-11, they lost in the final of the GLVC tournament versus UMSL. So I'm sure that he is very much looking forward to this season to do better.
Bigger and better aspirations for this Greyhound club as they have a 21-point lead at the moment. And Walker will take it to the bucket. Back out, they'll swing it around. Etherington, 3-ball, it's pure.
And he tried that same shot twice earlier, not knocking it down both times at this time, but third time's the charm, as they say.
I don't think we talk about Etherington enough. He was a great team player last year and third on the team with 38 3-pointers made.
Keller lays it in for Judson. We're now under a minute to play here in the first half. Etherington. Now Walker. Not much of a message for Paul Corsaro. I'm sure he'll find something to talk to his guys about as Ija lays it in, plus another foul. Greyhounds all over the place here in half number 1.
And I'm sure Judson, heading into the locker room, their main topic will be keeping their hands off of UINDY and not committing those fouls that are giving UINDY these easy free throws.
Ija completes the 3-point play, the 10th foul of this first half for the Eagles. And you're right, Jace, I don't think Bruce Fields is going to be super happy with his guys. Did get off to that hot start, but the Greyhounds answered the punch. Keller. Now Spires down low for Davis, and he lost it out of bounds. But it's off of Indianapolis. Etherington got his hand on it.
And even up by 25 late in the first half, you see the energy there from the UINDY defense. They're on everything.
Spires. Now just 5 on the clock. What a finish that time. How about that? Pretty play and some English for Trey Spires. Just a second left. Ija has to heave it up, and he can't get that shot to fall. That'll end the first half 52-29. What a first half for Indianapolis. How about that finish, though, by Spires? A highlight finish for the Eagles, and that will end the half. Greyhounds up. Let's go down to the sidelines. Giselle and Sydney. Guys, what do you got for us?
What an exciting first half action. Me and Sydney are very pumped here down on this sideline. We've seen some 3-pointers. We've seen some dunks, especially a posterizing dunk from Julian Steinfeld. So, Sydney, what have you been seeing so far that you've been really impressed with this first half?
I have been super impressed with all of the energy throughout Nickerson Hall here tonight, not only with the players and the coaches, but with the crowds as well. As I mentioned earlier, the Eagles had a pretty large crowd here to support them, and tonight the Greyhounds have been filling in the stands throughout this first half, including alumni Corey Miller Jr., and he seems super excited to see this lead so far with the Greyhounds.
Corey Miller Jr. is excited. We're excited. Second half action continues when we return here on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby. Inside the 30, touchdown. Michaela burns it.
An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Well, it's so many memories, I would say. I think the things that when my teammates and I get together, what we enjoy the most, I think, are just all the stories, all the things that happen between us playing against some of the best schools. You know, we played some Division I schools. We beat Eastern Illinois twice. A thrill for a Division II school to go in and to beat a Division I school. And I think we remember, you know, feeling like kind of the David versus Goliath. And that's what I think we realized, if you can come together as a group, you know, that you can have success. Well, I think any competitive person, it's tough. But I still look at it today. You know, it's been 30 years since I played competitive basketball, and in the business world and the education world, you lose, and things happen, and you go back to your playing days, and you got knocked down, and you got to get back up. So that was kind of our mantra. I think to have dreams. I just, as a little kid, I had dreams that I wanted to do something athletically, you know, and basketball was my passion. And so I don't care what it is, do something that you like, that you're passionate about. That to me is the most important thing, and then work to achieve it. And if you work hard enough at it, I think your dreams can come true, even when people tell you it'll never happen. And that to me was kind of the David versus Goliath thing. Yeah, and it's a cliche, but I do think life is a game. Life is a competition. And I think I was prepared because I competed in college, and I say the same thing to people. You kind of those same attributes. You have to work hard, you have to practice what you want to do, and you have to believe in yourself, and you have to have those dreams, and you put that package together, and I think it's a pretty good package for success. Hi, I'm Larry Tucker. I'm a former NCAA student athlete from Lewis University.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
A huge lead for Indianapolis, 23, as we are set to start the second half in just a second. But take a look at how we got here. Both sides going back and forth.
Yeah, UINDY's defense has been on points today, and they've been playing really, really well, which is something Judson needs to improve on, and I think they've been slacking off a little bit. I hope that their conversation in the locker room is going to help them get their head in the game and just focus on defending the UIND Greyhounds a bit more.
A ton of dunks for Indianapolis in the first half. You saw one from Bingham, couple from Steinfeld. Here down low again with Kendrick Choa, just all over the place for Indianapolis, and they've also done it on the defensive end with Robinson here.
Yeah, and I think some improving points for both teams coming out of the half. Judson needs to keep the hands to themselves, commit less fouls, and for UIND, commit less turnovers. They have more turnovers than they're accustomed to, only averaging 10 a game like mentioned earlier.
Yeah, they're at 14 right now, so like you said, Jace, Judson just needs to improve on that.
Just saw the highlight of the first half. Julian Steinfeld, a big finish. There were just about 5 or so minutes left in the half. Steinfeld finishes the half with 9 points, 8 rebounds, and Robinson gets us started off right here in the second half. He drills a triple.
And that's the same way he started the first half too. Open it up with a 3 for himself.
On the other end, Ryan. Now Keller. Little pull up is good. Nice looking J by Jack Keller for Judson. Now Indianapolis down on the block again. Kendrick Choa, big body and big finish as he gets down low and gets some positioning on Donati and makes him pay.
And that strength by Choa is unmatched.
Ryan has it. Now Wiggins, he'll hand off. Donati finds a cutting Keller, and he'll lay it up and in. Nice finish by Jack Keller.
A little ball fake there too, looking to go outside behind the arc. A little pass fake there, got his defender to go off of him and got the easy layup.
We'll go down low again with Choa. Nearly lost it, got his own loss though. They'll try and repost him, they will. They'll switch sides of the paint. Now back out, Tynes can't hit a 3, rebound to Wiggins.
Tynes is always the player that is likely to shoot the 3 ball and take that risk whenever necessary.
Donati, Paul Corsaro stomping his foot in anger with the defense right now, and Bissainth has an open look and he airballed it. Those are the looks that Judson has to take advantage of if they want any chance of cutting into this Greyhound lead. Bingham, his shot no good. Down, Choa, back up and in. Kendrick Choa, the big body.
And with that, Graham, the Greyhounds really have no problem continuing to be fast-paced and aggressive to score more points going into the second half and having a high-scoring game for them.
Wiggins, high shot is good off the glass. Wiggins, a awesome finish there. That one very, very tough. Made it look easy, though. Tynes, open tray is down.
Making up there for that miss just a little bit ago in the second half. And he shoots the ball pretty well, like you mentioned earlier, about 41% on the year from behind the arc.
Go to the paint. Donati, he lost it, picked up by Tynes, a steal. The 15th turnover of the day leads to an open triple. Bingham can't get it. Down and Choa, the offensive rebound, his shot no good. Ripped away Bissainth with a rebound now for Judson. Ryan into the paint, and he got it stripped away. Another turnover. Williams, now Bingham. And Tynes knocks down a three. The hockey assist to Bruno Williams, the assist to Bingham, and Tynes makes him pay.
You can tell the focus point here in the beginning of the second half was to get the ball to Tynes from behind the arc and let him shoot away.
He's got 9, does Tynes, and now a foul on the other end. That was Ryan Strong to the glass. He's going to go to the line on the shooting foul, and a flurry of substitutions for Indianapolis. Steinfeld, Etherington, and Nickerson. First 3 off the bench in this half. And it looks like Bruno Williams, Kendrick Choa, and Jacoby Robinson will check out for UINDY. Jones has it up top. Now Wiggins, he'll drive from the left, and his shot's no good. Swatted out to Keller, who will reset. Now just 5 on the clock. Shot clock did not reset. Wiggins blocked again. Etherington that time. Again, the Greyhound defense all over the place. And Etherington swats that out of bounds. Off the inbound, blocked again. Bingham this time. He got his hand on it. Nickerson picks it up in transition, and looks like the Greyhounds will reset.
Their blocking game has been on points today as well. They are on fire defensively speaking.
Etherington can't knock down that tray. Still a 30-point lead, though, for Indianapolis. Bissainth blocked again. Steinfeld there. Judson got the miss, and Keller floats it up and in.
And you can see there Keller not wanting to get the ball blocked, so he lofted it up pretty high there to get that ball to go in the basket.
Nickerson. Greyhounds trying to work it around the arc. Tynes does just that. He gets inside and floats it up and in.
It's the Tynes show to begin the second half. 8 early points here in the second half for Josiah Tynes.
And it's in plays like this where you can see where Judson's defense is lacking.
Keller, right wing, up to the bucket, over the arms of Steinfeld, but he still rims it out. Next dead ball will be your under 16 media timeout. As Bingham can't finish, he got to the bucket, but he left it a bit short. An awkward hang time finish by Bingham, but he couldn't lay it in. Keller, pull up over Etherington. That shot's no good. Rebound to Tynes and a foul. Foul's going to go on Nehemiah Jones, and that'll send us to a timeout. 30-point lead for Indianapolis, and quickly let's go down on the sideline with Giselle Valentine and Sydney Smith. Guys.
Coach Cassara really tough on his guys early in this second half. He's down on the sideline, stomping his feet, telling his guys to get up in the defensive stand, and his coat is officially off. So you know, Sydney, when Coach Cassara's coat is off, he means business.
He for sure means business, and it's working here for his players. They currently have a defensive lead in rebounds with 14 defensive rebounds over the Eagles' 10 defensive rebounds. Hopefully they can keep up this great defense throughout the rest of the quarter, so be sure to stay tuned here on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
We got Tennessee, Georgia.
Georgia, easily, man.
Come on, Tennessee's 8.5-point dogs. Easiest spread of all time.
How?
Because they're good, and Georgia's played nobody.
At least Georgia has a defense.
Oh, come on. You're an IU fan. Your opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter. The only thing you know as a Purdue fan is how to lose to a 15 seed in the March Madness tournament.
We're bowl eligible, my guy. Are you? Make sure to tune in to Last Call Monday nights. We'll talk about Division I football, give you plenty of UINDY sports, some interviews in there as well, and then plenty of pro sports, whether it be NFL, MLB, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and there's at least one guy that knows what he's talking about.
Indianapolis has dominated the boards 27-16. in favor of the Greyhounds. A big reason to why this 30-point lead has ballooned here in the second half for UIndy.
And that's big time for UIndy. UIndy is 6-0 this year when they have the rebound advantage, and only 2-2 when they do not.
Down low, Steinfeld flips it up and in with the right hand.
And right back where he left off to end the first half. Steinfeld's back in the game. He's going to make that impact again.
Comes up a bit wincy on that after the play there. Something with the right foot, it looked like. Might have came down a bit awkward. Keller can't answer with a 3. Rebound to Jarvis Walker. Quickly in transition, and he lost it. Stolen away by Brady Bishop.
And you can see head coach Paul Casaro, even though they're up by 32 points, not very happy with that turnover there.
Wiggins, now Keller. Outside, and to the glass, shot's no good. Rebound down to Steinfeld. Was Chakaris London, newly checked in, the freshman. Walker floats it up and in on the other end. How about this Greyhound bench? They have been electric tonight for UIndy. Already 25 bench points for the Greyhounds in this one.
Because this has been a great game for them, obviously, with the lead. And so I think the bench players are just excited to be here and help the Greyhounds get even more of a higher lead.
17th turnover, as it was Ryan who lost that out of bounds. The ball bounced on the baseline before Keller could save it. And the Greyhounds will retain possession here. A couple substitutions for UIndy. Bruno Williams and Choa back in for Indianapolis. Looks like Steinfeld and Tynes will take a seat. Choa, a near dunk. He was trying to make a poster out of Nehemiah Jones, but it'll be a foul, and it will send Choa to the line.
Choa trying to pull a Steinfeld here, and unfortunately he doesn't have that 7-foot tall advantage.
Yeah, about 5 inches. He's a little bit shorter than Julian Steinfeld, but he plays just about as big with all of the weight that he has. He has the weight advantage on Steinfeld, believe it or not, and he definitely takes advantage of that as he knocks down first free throw. Another one coming here for Kendrick Choa. And he misses that one. Long rebound. Is it saved? It is. What an effort by Williams. Leads to an open 3. Robinson answers and knocks that one down. Everything going Indianapolis' way. And they're up by 38.
It's always nice to get those second chance points off of the free throw, get that rebound, save the ball, and get the three-pointer. It's a 4-point swing right there.
Seems like it's just been the effort tonight by Indianapolis that's been the difference. London on this end can't get it to fall. The rebound to Choa, his 9th. Outlet pass, Etherington can't finish, and Choa can't get the rebound. He skied for it, but looks like a foul. Etherington got hit on his shot. Part of the reason he could not finish, and he'll go to the line for a couple free throws here. That'll send us to, looks like a timeout. Not the media timeout, as it's not under 12, but we're going to go ahead and step aside anyway and be back here. UIndy TV here on the GLVC Sports Network.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UIndy TV News.
I said, no,
It's a 75-37 lead by Indianapolis. Nearly doubled them up here in the second half. A big part of that has been the early third quarter start by Josiah Tynes.
Guys, I can't help but think, but I think this effort from the Indianapolis Greyhounds and them kind of just showing off what they can do has to do with finals week. It is finals week here at the University of Indianapolis, and so everybody has been hard at work studying, and this game has just served to keep their minds off of school for a little bit.
You can tell the Greyhounds aren't going to step off the gas at any point. They're still going 75-37 being the score now. Wonder if they get 100 here.
Yeah, a couple of them might be taking out their frustration on finals week on the rim. It seems like they've been very aggressive tonight as Indianapolis. Now the rebounding battle well in favor of Indianapolis. 31-16 the battle there, and only 9 turnovers on the game for Indianapolis. They had an early 7, and now they've been able to take care of the ball here as of recently. One thing they've also been able to take advantage of is the interior. When they get into the painted area, they've been lights out. 36-14 points in the paint. The battle has gone well in favor of the Greyhounds.
And it's mostly due to Steinfeld and Choa there in the paint. They've just been beasts down there the entire night.
Etherington knocks down that first free throw, and another one coming here. And he knocks that one down as well. Etherington hasn't shot a free throw yet on the year. He's now 2 for 2. Couple near double-doubles for the guys we just mentioned, Kendrick Choa and Steinfeld. 13 points and 9 boards for Choa. For Steinfeld, 11 points and 9 boards. 1 board apiece away from a double-double. It will be Judson ball, though. And right now, Davis has it. Cross-court pass to Wiggins. He'll float one up, and he got it to fall. Wiggins trying to do everything he can to keep Judson in it right now. Nearly got the steal. He rips it away from Walker. He's on the floor, and he calls timeout. Wonderful play by Jarveris Wiggins, and he first to the floor that time. One of the guys that seems like he just wants it more. 13 points on the day for Wiggins, and now let's go down on the sidelines here. Giselle Valentine and Sydney Smith. Ladies, what do you have for us?
UINDY is now proving why they're one of the top teams in the GLBC, as so far in this second half, they have been on a 23-8 scoring run, and Coach Casaro is happy, Sydney. The crowd is happy as well.
Yeah, definitely. The energy here tonight is undescribable. We've seen the crowd grow and grow here throughout the night, especially going into the end of the second half. And I really think that the crowd has given the players a great energy boost and boosted their morale to help them score all these points here tonight.
The crowd has definitely been a huge factor in today's game. We'll step aside when we return. More second half action here on UINDY TV and the GLBC Sports Network.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
We're back here at Nickerson Hall. The Greyhounds up by a ton here. Big part of that has been the big men for Indianapolis. They've given them a huge boost, especially in the paint and on the glass tonight for UINDY. Right now, though, Judson ball. Down 38. What can the Eagles do to stop the bleeding here? Can it be Wiggins? Still a lot of time to go. Wiggins to the bucket, lays it in. That's a good start. And Javaris Wiggins, again, the finish.
Yeah, speaking of which, Wiggins is doing everything he can to try to get a lead of scores here for Judson Eagles, but he is a one-man band, kind of doing everything himself now.
Got his hands in on the ball on defense that time as well. Knocks it out of bounds off of Sean Craig. Greyhounds retain possession, and now a foul on the drive. The foul will go on Judson. Couple substitutions here. The foul goes on Darian Davis. It's his second foul, team's fourth, and some substitutions.
We're seeing some rather sloppy play here from the Greyhounds today. In the last few possessions, they've had a few iffy passes kind of away from their own players. It's unusual and uncharacteristic from the Greyhounds.
Williams. Now Tynes, they'll swing it around. All the way up and no good. Rebound and a throwdown by Kendrick Choa. That gives him the double-double, 15 points and 10 boards on the day for Kendrick Choa, his 12th career double-double with Indianapolis. Keller tries to answer, floater's no good, and now the 11th rebound to Kendrick Choa, and a tie-up. It looks like the arrow will favor Judson, so the ball will stay on this end. No, the arrow favors Indianapolis, pardon, so the ball will stay on this end with the gray jerseys. Wiggins throws it off of Tynes. Can't get the shot to fall, though. Shifty play by Javaris Wiggins. Tries to throw it off the back of Tynes and pass it into himself there. Bingham from the right. He's been pretty quiet here. Has not scored since the first half. And now Williams lost it out of bounds. The turnover, a wild pass by Kendrick Choa. And that's the 11th Greyhound turnover of the day.
Yeah, we've highlighted Bingham so much about with his 18 points in the last game and his career high of 20. But he has been pretty quiet, hasn't been scoring a lot for the Greyhounds tonight.
He's got 9, 2 rebounds, 3 assists as well, and a block for the redshirt sophomore Bingham. Right now he's guarding Wiggins, the best player on the near wing. Keller controls, down low, a nice cut. There's Spires. He'll have to kick it back out, though. Sliding to the bucket. Davis can't get his shot to fall, but a foul. He got hit. He'll go to the line.
There's some nice passing there by the Eagles, getting it in and out of the paint, kicking it back out. Those open looks.
It's just showing that the effort is there for sure.
Davis hasn't scored tonight. He's only shot 1 shot from the field. These are his first free throws, and now he's finally on the board. An 83% free throw shooter on the year. David Ejah checks out for Indianapolis. Jacoby Robinson back onto the floor for UIndy. Now we have the starting 5 back on the court for Indianapolis. Tynes, Williams, Bingham, Kendrick Choa, and Jacoby Robinson. Davis, another free throw here, and he got that one as well. 2 of 2 from the line on the trip. The lead just 36. And now some confusion. Maybe Paul Corsaro was trying to get something done, but it will be Greyhound ball here. Now Jesse Bingham comes off a screen, across the lane, floats it up and in with the right hand.
And there's Bingham there. We were just talking about how he's having a bit of a quieter half. But right as we're talking about him, there he goes and gets a little floater in.
And now he's the 5th double-figure scorer tonight for Indianapolis. He's now got 11 points as Jesse Bingham. Bissainth. Styles now back to Bissainth, and it's out of his hands. Out of bounds, and another turnover by Judson. That one not even a testimony to the Greyhound defense, just a wild pass from Spires and well through the hands of Bissainth.
It really is interesting to see that UIndy has their starting 5 still in the game, up by 38 points.
I don't think it'll be too much longer before we see some substitutes as Bingham tees up a 3, no good. Long rebound to Williams. He lost it and out of bounds off of himself, and it will be Judson ball. Just lost it there by Bruno Williams. 13th turnover of the day for Indianapolis.
Yes, they are playing well, but like you said earlier on, Jace, there has been some sloppy plays here, just like this last one that we just saw.
And still drawing up the full court defensive press here for Greyhounds as well.
They aren't content with a 38-point lead.
They aren't. Judson has not broke the arc yet. Now Spires will and kick it back out though, and it's out of bounds off of Josiah Tynes. 9 on the shot clock. Wiggins will inbound.
And just like that, Corsaro is extremely unhappy.
Choa on one end, got the steal and the flush on the other.
That was a beautiful dunk from Choa, the one maybe he was trying to get that other time he missed.
Wiggins from the right. Shots up and down, but it doesn't look like it's going to count. They wave it off. He'll shoot free throws when we come back. The under-8 media timeout. And it will be free throws for Wiggins when we return here on the GLVC Sports Network and UINDY TV.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV News.
A 40-point lead for UINDY. It's 83-43. The Greyhounds have done an awesome job here. You see the steal from Choa and the flush on the other end. Kendrick Choa now 17 points and 11 rebounds. Bingham also a fantastic job tonight. He's got 11. And Judson definitely reeling here on offense.
And just as we were wondering when they were going to start bringing up their other players and putting their starters to rest, they just did that coming back from this media timeout.
Wiggins inbound, back to Wiggins. Across the lane, finds an open Keller. His shot no good. Rebound to Steinfeld. His 10th rebound, and he's got a double-double. 11 and 10 for Julian Steinfeld. Some substitutions for Paul Corsaro at the under-8 media timeout. Jarvis Walker across the lane, out to Nickerson. Open three, rattles that one in.
That's what Nickerson does. He gets in the corner behind the arc and knocks down those threes. He is a 42% shooter from behind the arc.
Nickerson now trying to lock up Trey Spires. Spires got to the glass. Shot's no good. Got his own miss, though. And now a foul. Foul on the pass. Judson will inbound. Terrius Ryan. Not to Bissaint. Try and work and kick it back out to Ryan. Now from the left, tried to step through and he got his shot, his pass, or shot rather, knocked out of bounds by Indianapolis again. Corsaro loves the defense. Etherington got his hand on it that time. Terrius Ryan will inbound for Judson. Keller got the shot to fall off the inbound pass. Little baseline J is good.
And they've been trying to get him going all half long. He's getting those constant looks around that area or behind the arc in the corner, and he finally knocked one down.
Walker takes a screen from Steinfeld. Looking for some offense, Craig. He does it. Knocks down the three. Sean Craig, 54% from behind the arc on the year, and he knocks down his first shot of the day.
Like you said, he is a phenomenal shooter from behind the arc. He's only a true freshman, so he'll be here hopefully for the next 4 years at the University of Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he has been seeing key game time as a true freshman.
Spires got to the bucket into the paint, and a block by Aaron Etherington, but a foul. That one a monstrous block by Etherington. The whole Greyhound bench erupts, but they called the foul, so it doesn't matter. Trey Spires will go to the line for a couple free throws here, and he knocks down his first. Ija checks in for Julian Steinfeld. Wouldn't be surprised if that was the last we saw from Julian Steinfeld.
He does look a little tired.
He put in a good shift tonight.
Absolutely did. Also just his 4th game back after injury.
I think this is the first time all game we've seen a lineup without Steinfeld or Choa in the game.
David Ija will man the middle. They can't work it to him on this drive, though. Now just 10 on the clock. Walker got to the lane and lays it up and in.
No Choa, no Steinfeld, no problem. You can get right in the lane there. It's always an easy bucket.
Exactly. The Greyhounds are not slowing down.
It's UIND defense all over the place. Nickerson. Walker nearly got the steal. Ryan, the kick out. Just 10 on the clock. Ryan, open Trey. It's good. Just their 4th made 3 of the day for Judson. They're 4 for 12 from behind the arc. UIND, however, 10 for 21 from 3-point range. Craig nearly turns it over. Cross-court pass, open triple. Nickerson knocks it down. 94 points for Indianapolis. And that looks like it's going to draw a timeout from Coach Bruce Fields. He'll talk it over with the Eagles, and we'll talk it over when we come back. Huge lead for UIND as you see the cross-court pass. Craig, a couple threes. When we come back here, a huge lead for Indianapolis. UIND TV and the GLVC Sports Network. Welcome back to Nickerson Hall. Judson ball, and they are down by quite a few here. Spires still on the court for Judson. Brings it up for Indianapolis. Couple substitutions at the last dead ball for Indianapolis. We'll get you those in just a second. Right now, Jack Keller has it. His shot is no good. Rebound down to A.J. Holubar. Also, Josh Hines. He'll pull up. He'll knock it down. Josh Hines, his first bucket of the year.
That's his first points as a Greyhound, too. He was a redshirt last year, and this is his redshirt freshman year, his first points as a Greyhound here.
A very proud moment from his bench colleagues right now.
And a block from Ija, but was it a foul? I believe it was. Also into the game, Joey Bamba at the last dead ball. Also out there with Jarvis Walker and David Ija. To the line goes Thomas Donati.
And you can tell the bench for the Greyhounds, the veterans, are loving these minutes from the young players in the reserves.
Very huge moment for them.
Judson now at 50, but still trails by 47. The Greyhounds nearly have doubled them up here. And Donati can't knock down that second free throw. 1 of 2 on the trip. Josh Hines for Indianapolis. Holubar. Ija will tee one up, and it's off to the left. Davis cut around. His shot no good. Rebound to Holubar. Hines in transition. Halabar now outside, and Bamba can't get it to fall. Ija got blocked by Donati. Got his own miss, though. Outside Hines. Thought about a 3. Now he'll jab step. He'll drive, and he lost it out of bounds off of his knee. Josh Hines, a turnover for Indianapolis. And that'll take us to our under 4 immediate timeout. UIndy leads 97-50. You're watching Greyhound basketball here on UIndy TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Welcome back to Nickerson Hall. Just 3 minutes, 25 seconds to play before the Greyhounds get their 9th win of the year. Check out the last couple minutes of play. Nickerson drills a 3 for Indianapolis. Also Sean Craig, and the Greyhounds have been lights out from downtown. They're 12 of 25 from behind the arc. Also Jarvis Walker, pretty finish as he gets to the lane.
The Greyhounds are really focused on shooting the 3 ball this half. They really put a big focus on getting those players open from behind the arc. As you saw right there, Josh Hines' first points as a Greyhound.
Bucket as a Greyhound. Pretty special moment for him. He's still out there on the court for the final 3 minutes or so, and it looks like it will be Judson ball as they come out of the timeout.
And I'm sure they're going to try to get Halabar and Bamba to both score as well. They are both also freshmen who have not scored as a Greyhound yet.
Slade Huntley checks in at the last hit ball for Judson. The rebounding battle, 42-18 in favor of UIndy. Just all over the glass, crashing the boards today. Spires got to the hole, and he got fouled. The shot was no good. Looks like it might go on Josh Hines, that is, and the Eagles will take it out. No, 2 shots. Thought it was going to be a shooting foul, and it will be. Spires will go to the line for a couple free throws here. So, guys, as we focus on the Greyhounds' start to the year, 8-2 to start things off. Just a couple losses, both to GLVC opponents, to Quincy and Rockhurst. How can they avoid slipping up against some of the better teams that they play later this year?
Yeah, they're going to play Drury on January 7th, and that's always a very exciting matchup to watch because both teams are strong. And so I think Corsaro is trying to use games such as this one today to practice for matchups like that, especially in their defense.
Sean Craig with a 3. That one's no good. Got his own miss, though. Long rebound. Craig got to the bucket, and he got fouled. Sean Craig has been really impressive for Indianapolis just in his first year, the true freshman, and he has gave them a pretty nice scoring punch off the bench.
Yeah, he sure has, and he was a District 7 Player of the Year while in high school at Ohio. And he's, like we said earlier, he's seeing key game time so far as a freshman. And when he's in, he's making an instant impact from behind the arc, especially at 52% from behind the arc.
Craig averages about 6 points a game. He misses that second free throw, though, and got his own rebound. That's 2 offensive rebounds on this trip for Craig alone. And he's got it on the left wing. Come around, and he got into the lane, but kicks it back out. Hines now to the glass again. Josh Hines, his second bucket. He's got 5 off the bench, and the Greyhounds are at 100 for the first time in just under a year. The last time they did that against East West University, December 31st of last year. Nearly a year since then, guys.
Yeah, it's a much deserved 100 points tonight. They've put in a great effort, although against an NAIA school, but the effort has been there the entire night.
Spires lost it, but it will be, he got it knocked out. It will be Judson ball.
and Jason Graham. I'm actually really glad to see that. We don't only have 2 players of the game highlighted today. So many of the UIndy Greyhounds have contributed to this 100 score.
Yeah, it's been a real team effort tonight. Every single player has made their own contribution to the game, whether it be on the scoring end, the rebounding end, or even the passing end.
I'm telling you, it's finals week.
Ryan to inbound. He's got it. He's up a 3. It's long, and he knocked it down. Wow. Nice looking jumper there by Ryan, but doesn't necessarily matter in the grand scheme of things. Still down by 46 points, 100-54. Just a minute and change left for Indianapolis. The Greyhounds will be on the road to take on Purdue Northwest. As Hines, another 3-ball, 8 points, and he has been electric here off the bench as Josh Hines.
And you can tell Hines is going to make an impact on this team in future seasons. He has that energy and the effort to be a really good Greyhound.
And look at the veterans. They are just so happy for the youngsters of Greyhounds.
Josh Hines has some words for Darian Davis as a couple bodies hit the floor. The referees will separate them. Hines hasn't missed tonight. He's 3 of 3 from the field, and he's got 8 points. And just like we mentioned, he has never scored in an Indianapolis uniform before. So definitely means a lot to him to put up a solid 8 points tonight, and still some time to get some more for the sophomore, redshirt freshman partner.
That was definitely a rough little foul there. Almost he got tackled, looked like. I think the refs are going to take a look at it, too.
See some highlights from Josh Hines. That little pull-up there in the eye of Trey Spires. Just outstanding performance, and he has definitely got the stroke tonight. Josh Hines, 8 points off the bench for Indianapolis. While they take a look at this, we're going to go ahead and step aside. Big point, big lead for the Greyhounds. Minute and change. When we come back, you're watching Greyhound basketball here on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV News.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Big lead here for the Greyhounds at Nickerson Hall, a 49-point lead for Indianapolis, 103-54. Guys, it's just been an awesome performance by Indianapolis, by far their biggest win of the year.
The amount of times we said this was really a team effort, and we were just talking here how sweet, and I thought it was so cute that the whole veteran Greyhound bench was cheering for their youngsters.
Take a look at how we got here. The Greyhounds, big finishes the last couple minutes here. Nickerson, a big part of that off the bench for Indianapolis, and the 3 balls. Craig as well. That just lit it up on the season so far. You see him here, and he finds the open man. It's Jarvis Walker. And an awesome finish by Jarvis Walker to the bucket. The assist to Walker this time as Nickerson drills a triple. And now you see Josh Hines get his first bucket as a Greyhound. 3 ball there, though. He wasn't finished, though. He's 3 of 3 from the field. You see the pull-up in the eye of Trey Spires. And now I think a flagrant is going to go on Josh Hines. It will be 2 shots and possession for Judson. Free throws by Davis. He misses his first. Hines remains on the court for Indianapolis. And Davis knocks down his second free throw. Didn't see a lot on that last play or what the flagrant would have been.
It seemed like Judson initiated the contact there, but it could have been what happened after the play when Hines got in with what he was doing.
Huntley, long three, rattles around and can't get it. Back up and in, though. Jones with the right hand.
And the Eagles bench really wanted Huntley to knock that three down, similarly to how Hines hit his first three and the bench erupted.
Hines from the left, under a minute to play here. Halabar nearly lost it, got it back. Finds Bamba, he'll try a three, no good. Rebound and back up and in. David Ejai is there.
Team effort is the name of the game tonight.
Near turnover into the hands of Ryan. Huntley will try a three, no good. Rebound to Ejai, it's fought for, now taken by Hines, and he'll wrap it up. Shot clock is off, and the Greyhounds likely will just dribble this one out. Greyhound faithful pleased with the effort tonight. 105 points on this game against the Judson Eagles. Sean Craig will dribble it out. The Greyhounds will improve to 9-2 on the year. The Eagles in the IA school fall to 4-9. Judson will be back on the road this Saturday. Indiana South Bend Jewel to take on them again this Saturday the 19th. We'll have an interview here with Paul Corsaro here in just a second, but first, Jace, big thoughts on today's win.
Definitely, like we've been mentioning the whole time, team effort. Everyone put up numbers and categories other than Holly Barr, obviously, who was there at the end of the game. But the team effort here was just outstanding. From Choa all the way down to Hines, everyone made an impact.
Definitely a strong impact by several Greyhounds tonight. 5 double-figure scores on the match contest tonight. Now we have Paul Corsaro down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin. Giselle.
All right, Coach, 3 wins in a row. You guys outscored the Eagles 51-28 in the second half. How proud are you of the team's offense here today?
Yeah, I was more proud about the defense. Holding any team under 60 is tough, and we've been doing that a lot lately, so that's pretty cool.
And literally 49 of these team points have come from the team's bench as they found a way to provide a spark of energy and just be reliable in these late game situations. How much of an impact have they had on this season?
Well, great. We're really deep. We're really deep, and it's a total team effort.
And you guys traveled to Northwest Indiana to take on Purdue Northwest on Monday. How are you guys going to use today's game as a confidence booster against the Lions?
Honestly, you celebrate any win, but then the next day you wake up and it's on to the next opponent.
All right, congrats on the win, Coach, and good luck on Monday's game. All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Giselle. An outstanding win for the Greyhounds, a big 48-point victory, and we appreciate Paul Corsaro giving us some of his time and thoughts. Guys, can you guys provide some of your thoughts on today's matchup? Jace, we'll go with you.
So I think for me, definitely the player of the game would have to be probably Julian Steinfeld, even though he didn't play as much in the second half. But Steinfeld provided 11 points, a lot of those being dunks, and those dunks provided sparks for the Greyhounds.
As I said, team effort was the name of the game today. I think everybody did their all. This was a great practice, defensively speaking, for the Greyhounds for the upcoming GLVC play games. And as I was just informed, this was only the 17th 100-point game in the last decade and the 3rd in the last 5 years. So pretty big deal happening tonight for the Greyhounds.
105 points for Indianapolis tonight. They'll be back on the road next Monday against Purdue Northwest to take on the Lions. UINDY TV production tonight. Big thanks to our sideline reporters, Giselle Valentin and Sydney Smith, giving their insight today from down on the court. Also to my color commentators, Leticia Vaselli and Jace Hodge. Big thanks to them for all the UINDY TV and the GLVC crew tonight. I'm Graham Shear saying so long from Nickerson Hall.